Boom. What's up, boys? What is going down? How's everybody doing tonight? Good. Seeing who is in here. You guys hear me all right? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I see we got Clyde. What's good, brother? Got Brian, Chris, and is it, how do I say that? All right, I just saw thumbs up, so I'm assuming you guys can hear me. How do I say that? Is it Key C MX? Key C? Mel was going to clown me probably when she, what up, Wes? Mel probably clown me. She'll be like, no, it's useless. It's like, she'll clown me. She'll like, you're not even close. But what up? What's going down? All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for joining in. What up, Jason? Everybody's jumping in here. We are hitting it once again for another Moto Monday. Couple quick things. Hey, I never really talk about this, but when I was scheduling the live today, I just kind of was like looking at the background of the page for a second. What up, Tommy Shea? And we are at over 14,000 subscribers right now. To be exact, 14,276. But this is what caught my eye because I knew we were over 14,000. We hit that obviously recently because 213 are new subscribers in the last 28 days. So, hey, appreciate that. So welcome to all the new people that have been jumping on here, subscribing to the channel and hanging out with us on Moto Mondays. 213. So I thought that was cool. So if you are following us here, and you have not followed us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that, it's at Ronnie Faisst on Instagram and Twitter, and I believe it is at Ronnie Faisst FMX on Facebook. So jump on there, keep up on everything we got going down. Other than that, just a couple quick announcements before we get into what we got going down for the night. You all know, I've been here, that the January, October 30th class is this weekend, but I'm going to be completely honest with you guys right now. If you're local and you've been looking at the weather, there's tons of rain coming. We got 90% rain on Wednesday, 90% on Thursday, and another 40% on Friday. So Grain Valley is in a floodplain. So that's not looking too good for this week class. But here's the deal. There's only one spot left. So if you want to get signed up, just know this. If it's good to go, we're having class. But if this thing gets canceled because it's going to be too wet, too flooded, what I'm going to do, everyone who's signed up at the moment is a rider that I've already worked with in the past. And a couple of them are riders that I've only been doing private lessons with. So what I'm going to do is if we get a rain out, I'm just going to put, I'm not going to, this would have been the last group class of the year, and I'm not going to try to reschedule it and do it. What I'm going to do is just pull everyone individual, because it's only 5 guys. It's always small class anyway. So I'll pull everyone into a private class. So if you're signed up and this goes to a rain day, you will get a private class to make up for the group class. And if someone does want to grab that last spot and you're looking at the rain, you're worried, just know you will get a class. It'll just be a one-on-one with me. We work out the hours of what that will be. But, yeah, it's looking wet at the moment. Well, be honest, right? We can't Grain Valley, it's been like that. It seems like every time I do a class there is rain on the schedule. But other than that, we got the new design. We Ride Dirt Bikes dropping hopefully by the end of the week. If not, we will have this up by next week. Went to print. It's going to print this week. We got the order in early last week, and they were actually busy, and they were still asking me questions about it this morning. But everything should be good to go. So I'm assuming it'll be done this week, and we'll have it up on the site ASAP. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. And if you want to see the front, there is the front. So super stoked on our new design that's coming out here really quick. Other than that, man, I got a hunting trip planned for the week. So I see Big Feist jumped in here. Big Feist, DK. Yeah, so looking forward to the hunting trip. So basically, I got an invite to go hunt on the Kansas side. So all you guys have been following me. I've been hunting on the Missouri side. Now we're about to go Kansas side. Picked up my tag today. And so I'll be leaving Thursday afternoon driving out to Manhattan. It's kind of on the way to Colorado. And a buddy of mine, his family owns a bunch of land out there. So we're going to go hunt Thursday night, spend the night in the cabin, hunt Friday morning, and then come home right after that. So I'll be home Friday afternoon, ready to go out and bang that class out if weather permits. But I'm looking forward to hunting here on the Kansas side because I haven't had a chance to do it this year. And if anybody's a hunter, you know Kansas has got some monster bucks. And this dude told me, if you get a buck, he's like, I bet you it'll be the biggest kill of your life because he's like, there's monsters out there. So he's been keeping his eye on it. So looking forward to that. And the last thing I want to mention, I'll take 12. Look at Feist. I'll take 12 shirts. Look at this dude. Always ready to get something for free. Yeah. Well, hey, Big Feist is coming out here for the Christmas holidays, so we're looking forward to we haven't had Big Feist out here for a while, so texted me, I think, yesterday or today and said he booked a flight, so super stoked on that. Got Trent jumping in here. What up? But yeah, the last thing I want to mention is I'm going to do a holiday break. I don't know if we did this last year. I'm sure we took some breaks during the holidays, but I'm thinking about doing like a break from basically we will go for the next 3 weeks, the next 3 Mondays, and then November 15th, I believe, will be the last one. And then that, because we got to leave to Colorado anyway, so we're leaving. So that gives us the Thanksgiving thing. And I'm just going to take a break from Thanksgiving all the way through Christmas, through the New Year's, and then we're going to pick it back up on January 3rd. And I'm not 100%. Does anyone know when the first I was going to pull up the schedule before I jumped on here, but I honestly sat down 2 minutes before I needed to do this. Who knows when the first race is? Somebody in the chat, if you can pull up the schedule, see if the first race is before or after January 3rd, because we're going to jump back on. We're going to start the first week of, I said January 6th. Perfect. What crap's on it? So basically, we'll come back the week. I'm just going to start January 3rd. It's basically first Monday of January. So we'll be on the week before the opener Supercross, and we'll get back talking about racing and everything that's going on in that. So, but taking a break. You know what? I don't feel like we've been going hard for over at least. Have we been going a year straight yet? I gotta look when we started doing these. I feel like it's been really close to a year, if not over a year. And we basically go every Monday unless I'm out of town or something pops up. So we go pretty hard. So I figured, hey, all of us are going to have plans for the holidays. Everyone's busy. Everybody's scattered. So why not take a little bit break? And then when we come back, it's going to be race season. We'll be right back into talking about the Supercross series. So that'll work out good. So enjoy the time with friends and family, and enjoy your holidays. And like I said, Big Feist is locking up. That must be your internet, because they ain't locking up on my side. We stepped our game up here. So that's your internet, dude. I got all types of internet support. We got everything hooked up over here. So that shouldn't be me. I hope not. But anyway, we're excited. We're going to be Colorado Springs for Thanksgiving with Mel's family, and then we're trying to have my entire family here for Christmas. My dad, I'm going to invite my brother, my sister, mom, everybody. So looking forward to. I don't think everyone's been. My sister's never been to Kansas City. Neither has my brother. So it'd be cool. So the whole family's never shared a holiday here in the Midwest with me. So we're looking forward to that. So you guys enjoy your time. I'll be hanging with my fam. Oh, we got Adam jumping in here with another super chat love. He says, what up? Where is he? He's in Illinois. So he's in Illinois, a.k.a. Illinois. I said it backwards. Hey, that's funny, because me and you were thinking alike, because I was actually, I'm not that dyslexic, even though I got a little bit. He says, call the Pope and tell him to pray for me. All right. Hey, man, thank you, Adam, for being here. Thank you for the super chat. We love you, brother. And, hey, enjoy the road trip, man. This dude drives all around the country. Every time he jumps on here, he's in a different spot. So be safe out there, man. And be safe this winter, too. I don't know how much you got to drive when the roads get sketchy. But, man, be safe this winter because I know winter is right around the corner, man. It was actually a little chilly here today. And took Mel and Mally out on a little walk through the little trails out here right by my house. It was pretty is actually pretty sweet. I gotta drag Mel out the house sometimes, so it was actually good to get her. And she was like, "Oh, that was actually fun." I'm like, "See, I gotta get out the house more." But anyway, everything's looking good, man. We're excited for the week to come. We got hunting, we got a school coming up, and we got the holidays, so lots to look forward to. Other than that, we'll jump right in, and I'll start doing our live Q&A. If you're new here and you want to throw up a question, just throw the question marks in there so I can see it. Oh, we got T Monster from the Hamptons, dude. Zoo York. Nice. What up? What up? Big Feist is having bad storms. He's filling us in. No, the rain that you're already getting bad storms. All right. I was getting ready to say the rain that we're probably getting is probably headed your way anyway, so you might be getting double up. All right. So if you're new here and you want to throw in a question, throw it up. You can ask us anything we want. We talk moto, we talk faith, we talk family, we talk bike setup, training, whatever you got, we'll chuck it up. So other than that, we got Big Brian. Oh, here, I want to just mention this. My boy, all right. Hey, I apologize for not getting. I actually thought about doing this, and I didn't get a chance. I was going to upload a picture and show Brian's bike. Brian's bike's for sale. And Brian, what tell us your bike. Tell us, I know it's a Suzuki, but give us year, model, everything. It's for sale. Price, if you want to tell people what you're selling it for. So if anybody's in the area or maybe you're in a close state and you're looking for a bike to sell, his bike's clean. I've seen it. Super clean bike. He's selling it, and he's getting a new Honda. So he's making a switch. And it looks like he's going with the yes, I'm going with the 250. I thought you were getting a 450. Now he's going 250. Or did I misunderstand you? I thought you were going 450. But either way, he's bumping up his game, getting on a Honda. So if someone's looking for a new bike, you could look. I know you posted I don't know if you posted anything on your page on Instagram, but I know I've seen some stuff on your story. I'm just trying to give people a place maybe they can go look at it. But anyway, DM him, Instagram him, get his number now, get his email if you guys are interested. He has a bike for sale. Oh, well, look, he's giving us the deal here, right here. He's picking up a 22 CRF. I could have swore you told me you were going with the 450. Maybe it was somebody else. I talked to a lot of people at the track the other day. Hey, that was another thing. I had a really good track day at Midwest Extreme on whenever that was. Saturday, maybe? It was good. And it was raining in the morning, and I was like, dude, should I go? I'm like, I hope it's not muddy. And I decided to go. I was going to go to AMP. I think I was telling you guys that. Hey, I'm going to AMP. Well, last minute, I went to Midwest Extreme instead of AMP, and it was mint. Good. I was glad I went. Had a lot of fun. But anyway, I was talking to a lot of people about bikes that day, so maybe someone else was telling me they're getting a 450. Yeah, Big Fight still dealing with the vertigo, so that is his only hold up for him not being able to get out to California or Kansas is if the vertigo jacks him up. So hopefully not. And me and Mel were like, man, we're inviting everybody out here. And we've been trying to find like a new spot. We're like, what happens? Everybody books flights to come see us. And then all of a sudden we sell our house and we're living on a trailer on a piece of dirt, getting ready to build. So we'll have to pitch some tents for the family and we'll have to have a big camp out. Oh, we'll see what happens. So be prepared. Big Fight. You might be staying in a tent when you get out here. You better go get one of those sleeping bags I just got. Keep you warm. All right, so Trent is reminding me, Glen Helen race coming up. I was just on the phone with Trent. We're working on new designs as well. Other than the one, so Trent did design the We Ride dirt bikes design, and we got more in the work. So we were actually just on the phone before I jumped on here. And there's a big race coming up in Glen Helen, and a lot going on. I know it's ministry benefits. It's a good thing, and it's a vet race. I know that. So if you guys are out in California, you want to check that out, probably can go to Glen Helen's page and get some more info on that. All right, so let's see. We got Adam here. When are you guys? See, here we go. I was just talking about this. When are you guys getting the RV and traveling? Are you guys are you guys going for babies? The travel part of the RV, I don't know when that will happen. That's me. I'm a visionary, goal setter, planner, so I'm always thinking like this is what we want to do, big pictures. I always got all my stuff that I'm ready to go. My main goal is get a property and build a facility, at least a track, and have a get back on land. I'm in a neighborhood. I want to get on land first. Once I get on land, that would be the next best thing to do for me to get out of here during the cold months where I can't teach here, to be able to travel to California or maybe Florida during those months. And maybe even just travel around to do schools at other tracks. Gives me the ability to do that. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but if we buy land and we got to build, then there's a good chance I might have to get the RV to live in on the land in the meantime. So we'll see how it all goes. And babies, who knows? Mel wants babies. I don't know when that's happening. It's in God's hands, but it's on the program. It's in the mix. But I'm excited. I can't wait to get a piece of property. That is probably one of my biggest goals right now, is to find a piece of property and just get set up. I want to be able to teach right from the house and have my own facility. So big, got to pray more for it. That's what I've been realizing. You know what I mean? Like, got to pray it in, man. Got to pray it in. Come on, God, open up the door. So looking forward to when all that happens. All right, so let's see here. Come play with the 450s. DK. Wait, Brian just texted me. That's what's even funnier. Dude, the CRF. He said, dude, the CRF 250 is 10 horsepower more than my RM and 8 pounds lighter. Hey, so he's going with the 250. Hey, it's all good, dude. We're not gonna pick on you too hard. No, Brian, dude, you could ride a 450. Brian rides good. To be honest with you, I've watched Brian over the last year ride. You could ride a 450. Brian's a big dude. He's not little. Brian's a big dude. He's what is your foot? Like a 13, dude? The dude's a big dude. He's a big dude. He's tall. He's muscular. You could handle a 450. And his riding, you ride better than you probably think. You could ride one. Trust me. You got it, dude. But hey, here's the deal. You get what you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable in a 250, you want to have fun and feel comfortable. So if you feel like that's a better bike for you, get the 250. We're just pick on you a little bit. I need to let you ride my 450 one day. Maybe you should ride my 450 before you get it. So maybe we need to link up just so you're 100% sure that you don't want all that bark. Because that's what I like about the 450 is just extra bark, dude. Put that thing in third and jump everything. You're like, oh, man, this is easy now. And that's why I think, because, like, how much is Brian, how much you weigh? Throw that up in there. I know you're, when I say bigger, dude, I'm not saying, like, overweight. He's big. It's just he's a big man. He has, like, dude, monster-sized hands, monster-sized feet. Dude's just a big guy. So that 450, that'll pull you around all day. Let's see. DK here, just giving you, see, we're just picking on you, dude. We know we love you. We love everybody here in the chat. That's why we do this. So Motocross Ministries, I believe, is what's putting on the Glen Helen race. So look those guys up. If you guys want to get involved, maybe you can go out there and do some volunteer work, help out with the track, whatever, it's all for a good purpose. So, he said, but Ronnie, seriously, why not show off your skills and race next year? Oh, you talking about the vet race? Maybe, dude. You never know. Hey, if I got the trailer, maybe I'll be out there, dude. You never know. Hey, I've been talking about racing, I think, half the year this year, and I haven't. So there's a good chance I will, because I'll be in the 45 plus next year. So good chances might dust off the boots and line up on the gate. I'm just laughing at everybody's crying faces because everybody's laughing at Brian right here in the comments. Where I'm at in the chat. What up, bro? So we got Eric D here, back here, taking a little break from work, jumping in the chat. Get another dog. This big fight's get another dog. I know, we were talking about that too. I wouldn't mind having another dog. All right, so this is how big Brian is, just to give you guys, like, dude, and this is just tall muscle, dude. Midwest boy right here. 220 pounds. That's not a little guy. That's a big dude. So 450 all day long for you. No problem. But like I said, he says it's got to be in the next 2 days. So he's got 2 days. He's on timeline. He's trying to get going here. He got time to play. I'm just reading some of the comments. All right, so he's going to be racing minutes. Race 7. See, look, Brian's 7 times on the gate this year. So that's good. Hey, I want to give a little shout out to just even Brian, Zandon, I don't believe he's in the chat right now, but another rider I've worked with this past year. But both Brian has been racing pretty consistently the last month or two, I would say. Pretty much almost every weekend, every other weekend he'll be racing. And he's done extremely well, has been improving. So as a coach, as someone who's worked with you, that makes me feel good to see guys I've worked with improving, getting better, getting good results, and sticking with it. You know what I mean? So that's good. And as far as Zandon's dad texts me, and and potentially they're looking at the weather too. So they're like, hey, we're gonna watch the weather. If the weather works out, we're coming to class. But Xander's probably been with me 3-4 times to classes, and he won his first race. So big congrats, big shout out. Got his first race win and overall win this weekend. So that's pretty cool when you hear guys you worked with, working their way up through their class and then getting their first win. So super stoked to hear that. Pretty cool. Let's see. DK saying I'm 165. I mean, the little bird, dude. DK 165 on the 450. Dude, I weigh more than you, and I'm strong. I'm like, to be honest with you, I'm normally like 175, but I'm pushing 180 right now. We got a little size on, dude. I don't know what happened. That's that Midwest weight. That's called pulled pork from Casey Joe's and lots of ribs. That's the Midwest. Putting on that weight out here. Yeah, so Brian say loves his improvements. Thanks for your awesome coaching, tips, and friendship. Yes, sir. Hey, another thing we got coming up. I think me and Brian are going to a Chiefs game next weekend, right? Is it next weekend? Nope. Not this weekend, next weekend. No, wait, the weekend after. I'm jumping. Oh, wait, no, it is next weekend, the 7th. This Sunday's the 31st. The following Sunday's 7th. So me and Brian are getting together. First Chiefs game. So super stoked for the invite. Me and Mel are looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. Can't wait. Yeah, 2 weeks. So not this weekend, next weekend. So that's going to be good. And we had a little rough weekend yesterday. If you guys watched, the Chiefs game's not looking so hot at the moment. But anyway, all right, so what do we got here? Any other things popping off in the chat here? We got Casey Barbecue. Yeah, so DK is saying he can't put on weight. How old are you, brother? Because I used to have the same problem. How old are you? And then all of a sudden I hit 42. And all of a sudden it started coming on easy. I'm like, it's funny because Big Spice used to tell me that all the time. Oh, you just wait, because I could never gain weight. I was always super scrawny, eat whatever I want. Didn't matter. I can eat cookies, cakes. Even though I ate good, but I always had a sweet tooth. It wouldn't matter. Burn off. All right, he's 33. All right, just wait. I'm telling you, I'm going to get a big Feist on you. You just wait. Got like seven years or so, dude. And all of a sudden, you're going to be like, dang, dude. What the heck? These little love handles coming on you. Yeah, Trent's saying, Mahomes did get jacked. He took him out of the game. If you guys watched, got his neck bent back. Looked like he almost got a concussion, but he'll be all right. But we just been messing up this year. Let's just be honest. It's not looking good. He says, I eat more than most people I know. That's me too. I'm the same as you, dude. I eat. And you said never gain weight. Now I've noticed I eat and it just starts to slowly creep on. Been trying to clean it up lately because that's the thing. That's what you'll realize when you get older. You're like, all right, I can't eat like I used to. Like, even though I eat clean, I could have those cheats. Didn't matter. Well, now the cheats affect you. You're like, oh crap, I can't cheat. I got to stay clean. So Brian says, how was Midwest Extreme over the weekend? It was really good. It got rain in the morning, and I was almost ready to back out. I originally was going to Amp, and then I was looking at the schedule, and I'm like, man, they're both getting rain because they're like 10 minutes apart. One's on, they're right there. So I'm like looking at Amp, and I'm like, should I go to Amp? Should I go to Midwest? Well, I rode the last 2 times. I rode Midwest, so I kind of want to go to Amp. So I started texting people and trying to see who was going where. And there was obviously another track open, Kingsville. That was the one that looked like it was going to be the driest because there wasn't getting rain there. So I was like, man, maybe I should go to Kingsville. But then I was like, a couple people were like, no, I'm pulling in, dude. It's fine. It's not even that bad. Rain stopped. And everyone seemed like they were going to Midwest. So I pulled the plug on Amped and went to Midwest. And it turned out my first moto, there was pretty much not really that many people there because I think with the 3 tracks open, everybody spread out. They're basically doing 2 groups, which was pretty sweet because the way they do practice here in the Midwest is groups, and there's usually 6 of them. So you usually got a little wait in between. 2 groups, big bikes, small bikes, 20-minute motos, 20-minute practices. So I got to ride for 20 minutes, take a break, wait 20 minutes, go right back out. 20 minutes, take a break, 20 minutes. I was just pounding out motos. So I didn't even stay to the last one. I rode three good ones and took off, but the first one was a little on the slick side, just on the faces of the jumps, and the track was actually pretty good. But second and third one, mint, like perfect, sticky. It was one of those days like where you wish you had a new tire on because my tire is just sucking right now. I was like, but it was still getting traction with a played out tire. That's how good it was. But had a lot of fun, felt good, felt smooth. Got tired, but I didn't last all 20 minutes. I was going for it. Got like 5-6 laps in. I had to pull into the infield and take a breath. But it was fun. I was super stoked I went. Yeah, no more Chick-fil-A. I haven't been to Chick-fil-A. I don't even know the last time I've been, dude. I've cleaned it up. No more I haven't had no Chick-fil-A, dude. Actually been eating pretty good lately. Staying on top of it. Yeah, so Showtime says Feist deserves more viewers. Yeah, let's get some more viewers, dude. I probably need to promote it more. Mel always tells me she's like you're the worst at promoting stuff on anything. I like get something, she'll be like, that's not how you do it. So probably my fault, right? I don't promote well. I'm just show up. Here I am. What up? Going live. She's like, you do a thing 30 minutes before you get on. She's like, half the people don't even see it. I got to get better at that. The thing, I know. I'm not that great at social media. I know, huh? Big Feist is laughing at something. What are you laughing at? All right, so what is this here? Still scrolling. Oh, man, was fire. What is this? Tommy Shea. What is it? We got to look this up. What is this right here? Somebody's track? We got to check that out. We got to look that up, see what that is. All right, so Jacob went to Kingsville, nailing a triple now. Nice. That's something. So Jacob is Brian's nephew and worked with him a couple times. And good to see him building confidence, hitting bigger jumps, and ripping it. Jacob's really good, to be honest with you. First day I worked with him, his dad rides. So he's probably had some coaching from his dad as a kid. But he had a good foundation right from the get-go. But cool to see all those guys improving and getting better. Where is that? Yep, Midwest. We got Jumping Picks, jumping in. What up? Representing from the Midwest. Hey, so Winter X Games. When are Winter X Games going to happen? That is a great question. I'm not 100% sure when that is because I think they dumped all. So basically, I was a judge at Winter X Games for the last 4 years, I feel like. For 4 years, I went up there and judged the snowmobiles, the bikes, snow bike best trick, all that stuff. But they plucked all those events. So none of those things are in there now. So because I'm not going up there, I haven't even really paid attention. So I don't even know. Are they even having it? I mean, I would assume they're having it. But you never know with all the COVID and all the other stuff going on. So hopefully they're having it. But I'm if anybody knows, throw it up in the chat. When's Winter X Games 2022? Normally it's in January, right? It's usually right around the first opening of Supercross. It's usually right first of the year. So if anybody knows, throw it up there. Get in a challenge with another. Yeah, I need to challenge some people, huh? Maybe Deegan. Deegan's got like 1 million followers, right? I'm all stoked on my 14,000. That's how we do it over here. We're doing it. We're making moves. Let's see. We got Tom, Big Tom, jumping in here all the way from the UK. What up, dude? The time's it in the UK. It's 7:30 p.m. here. What do we got in the UK? Trent says the Harley Hill climbs. Yeah, man. We got to get those Harley Hill climbs popping. All right, so what is going down, guys? We are looking like we are getting through the questions quite fast here tonight. Dude, to be honest with you guys, that's why I'm thinking about we're going to just get the break going for the winter, so we can jump back in here when Supercross popping, so we can just talk a lot of race stuff. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, I'm so happy. Don't have it pretty confident 100%. So, Jumping Pick said they're going for it. Yeah, so the GNCC race looked good. I saw that. Wait, that was so if you guys were watching that, did you guys see that was the Ironman race? GNCC Ironman. I think Axel was out there. Some of the local guys were here. That was gnarly, to be honest. It was muddy as heck, dude. So that was looking super, super gnarly. So here we go. Tommy Shea's on it, coming through January. Oh, end of January this year. So January 21st through the 23rd. X Games returns. There it is, Colorado. And I'm gonna have to look that up. Let's just see if they're bringing back either Snowmobile Best Trick. They had Snowmobile Best Trick. They had Snowmobile Freestyle, and then they had Snow Bike Best Trick. There were the 3 events. So if any of those are in, I could potentially maybe be back up in Aspen. But if none of those events are there, I would definitely not be on the hill this year. But that was really fun that I got to do that for those few years. It was a fun trip. Get to fly up to Aspen. ESPN takes care of all your travel, put you up in not in a hotel because they have cabins up there, or not a cabin, but you know what I'm saying. Place to stay for the week. You get to snowboard a ton, get to watch all the events. And everybody's ever been to Aspen, super nice. So it's actually a really fun event to get to do to kick off the new year, you know? So hopefully you might get that back in the game there. But I don't know. You never know. Let's see here. Wouldn't get you some reach. Here it says it would get you. So Jumping Picks is saying it would get you some reach, challenging another rider channel. So what do you mean by challenging? Just fill me in. What does that mean? Like, just so I'm clear, like if I was to challenge another channel, how do you challenge? Like make up some type of like contest, like, hey, we're gonna do this. Give me some feedback just so I can kind of get an idea how that might work. DK saying value of gasket blew 15 minutes into the ride and this weekend barely got. That's the worst, dude. You know when that happens, that sucks, right? Especially when you drive really far to ride and you get down there, that's nothing to do. You got to turn around and go home. So we got Devin all the way from Oregon. What up? Watch Moto Mondays when I remember. But don't join the chat. I'm sure your channel will grow. Takes time. Yeah, man. All good. But, hey, appreciate you being here. Smash that like button. Hey, everybody smash the like button right now just to give YouTube a little bit of credit. Say, what up, what up? All right, so seeing something on Facebook. Let's see, Jason here. Seeing something on Facebook. It might have Axel that posted it, but says something about getting ready for Winter X. I think what that would be, because Axel would be in the snow bike race. So we wouldn't judge that. So that's basically, and I raced that, I think, in 17. And Axel's done it, I think, every year. So I think that's, that event would probably still be there. The snowmobile, snowcross, right? And then they do the snow bike race. So that's a tough race. Did it, and definitely hard. Has anyone in the chat rode a snow bike? 45-minute drive definitely ruined the day. Yep, been there, dude. Drive 45 minutes, get a flat the first 2 laps, and then you got. You're so bummed. I've done that. It sucks. Anyone who's ridden a snow bike? Anybody in the chat been on a snow bike? Timber sled, snow bike, been out in the hills. DK said they work on gripping in my legs, though. Yep. Good drill to run. Here's something to practice that I was kind of goofing around with. So I was basically working with a rider on, I don't know, one day this week. And I was just kind of, he's a newer rider. So I didn't make him do it. I thought about making him do it, and then I tried it. And I'm like, actually, it's more challenging than what you think, but it's really fun. And it it will make you grip with your legs even harder. So basically, I was doing it I was on a circle track. So basically I have a little place I do privates at. It has a circle track. I basically go one-handed. Take one hand off and do a stand-up drill. Get in your attack position, one-handed, stick it way out to the side, and ride the circle track one-handed. And what it does, it really makes you you'll realize, like, and the circle track that I have, Brian's been to Maddox's track. It's not even flat, so it's a slight off camber. So I wrote it, but you go one way, then you go the other way. So think about it. When you're coming down and going back up the hill, even though it's a slight uphill, it wants to pull you to the back of the bike when you have your one hand off. So it really starts to make you have to squeeze with your legs, keeping your other arm loose, and being just better steering. It's really fun drill. And not only can you do that drill on a circle track, you could just set up a turn track, put some cones up, create some couple lines, and you could just do it to where you're sitting down too, and then learn. You could do it both ways. Stand up, run the drill one-handed, go the other way, then sit down and do the same thing. Just when you take away one of those things that you're used to having, you'll automatically start to put more focus on the grip, being smoother with the throttle. Like, you can't go hard, yank you to the back. And another thing I was noticing is how you lead the bike. Like when you gas it, you lead the bike. Like, I'm leaning into it. I don't gas it and let the bike pull me along. So when you're one-handed, you really lean into it, because when you're like this and you go like, it wants to yank you. So now I'm putting more grip with my legs, and at the same time I'm leading the bike, leaning forward way more than I would if I had two hands on. So it just starts to, I don't know the right word, you almost exaggerate other movements to make up for the missing hand, but I think it's a great technique. And then when you put your other hand back on and do the same drill, you're like, well, this is really easy now. So just a little drill that you could practice in your free time: the one-handed turn track, circle track drill, or turn track drill. Be honest with you, you could ride the entire track. If you have a track at home, go do 3 laps one-handed. Obviously, you don't need to jump everything, but just do it and then put your hand back on. Pretty fun. I like little drills like that. I could goof around and do fun stuff like that all the time. All right, well, we just had a bunch of stuff. This thing just went nuts. Just burp. Let's see where I lost my spot now. DK, gripping my legs. Yeah, snowmobiles are a little challenging to ride. But if you get, he says I'm Florida, so I've never seen one in person. But if you get such, Jason here. If you do, anyone get an opportunity to go ride one of those, ride one out in the deep snow. Super, super, super fun to ride. But they're more difficult to ride on the packed down track like X Games would be versus being out in the powder. If you're in the powder, the ski floats and it's really easy to kind of make corners. But when you get on packed snow, the ski grabs and it's jerky, and it could be a little bit more difficult than you think. So it takes a little bit of time to get used to it, but still pretty fun. It's a challenge though, for sure. And it's heavy. You're adding like 75 pounds to the dirt bike. So it's like riding like a mud. I feel like you're in a mud race. You feel like you're on this really heavy bike, and the bike's just kind of, yeah, little tricky for sure. All right, so we got Garth here. Let's see. Wait, I missed him. Said jump in. We met you, Cowboy. Yeah, so Nuclear Cowboys in 2013. What's OT? Was a awesome show. Yeah, that tour was actually a very fun tour. Good times for sure. Miss those days, dude. They're definitely good memories on that. So we got Garth here. More FMX trick tips. All right, so somebody pick a trick. Let's do this. Let's pick a trick, and I'll give you some tips. What trick would you want tips on? Pick a trick. Hopefully it's a trick I can do. It's a pick an easy one. Don't go 2022. You got to back it up a few years to my day. The Casey show. All right, so Casey show. So, all right, hey, that's pretty sweet, dude. Casey, I remember that show. I think I always tell that. The funny part about the KC show is I remember running from the hotel out to Starbucks with Twitch to get a coffee, and it was freezing. Like so freezing, the wind was blowing, the wind chill was so gnarly. I remember saying these exact words. How do people live here? These people are nuts. Never would live in some place like this. And here I am. So don't ever say never, dude. I seriously remember saying that. Like, people must be crazy. How can they live in any type of weather like this? Here I am, getting ready for winter once again. Anybody? All right, so Superman. All right, I'm going to jump down and then I'm going to scroll back up. So we're going to go to DK. Superman has the first. All right, wait, we got two. We're going to go Carl, then we're going to jump down to DK. And then if I miss any question, I'll jump back up. We only got a few minutes left anyway. So try not to go too deep because you know how I'll get into details. All right, heel clicker. Here's the deal with a heel clicker. If you're going to learn a heel clicker, first learn how to do a no footer. So basically, jump, no footer. If you can do... Spam. If you can do a no footer, boom. That's the beginning of a heel clicker. Next thing, so like I said, you always want to work into it. You don't want to just basically just go for something. Try to go step 1, step 2, step 3. Try to work into it safer and you build confidence as you go. Rather than try to do it, and get off balance because you don't know the movement yet and crash. And then you're going to be scared to do it again. So step 1, no footer, no footer, no footer, no footer. Get used to going out, back to the pegs, out, back to the pegs, out, back to the pegs. Once that's super easy, do no footer, but bring your feet up right next to your arms. So now you're doing a no footer, but you're doing a high no footer that your knees are almost under your elbows and your feet are out like this. So now you're no footer, but you're allowing the body to drift up underneath. You're allowing your legs to drift up underneath your arms. So it's a high no footer. And the way you do that, literally jump as you go to do another, instead of just sticking your legs out, now jump. So leave the peg, jump, and then you slight pull on the bars is going to bring your feet up to right underneath your arms. Once that's easy, all you have to do that's basically, once you can get in that position, if you pull on the bars towards you and try to touch your heels, once you're at step 2 to where your feet are underneath the bars, pull on the bars towards you and just try to, your legs will wrap right. And as you pull on the bars this way back towards you, it's going to pull that, it's going to rotate it's almost going to like swing you out. So you'll swing out in front of the bike and that's going to give you the clearance to wrap your feet back around your arms. So all you have to do is try to touch your heels. That's why I call it heel clicker. Touch the heels. So once you get up, slight pull on the bar. And then you want to do it with one motion. So once you go, because you're going to probably do we call it like a horseshoe where you go to do it, but you don't really get the clicker yet. You kind of go, and I almost got it. You'll realize I got to swing in order to rotate my weight in front of the bike that I can actually touch my heels. So that's what I mean by doing it one motion. So where you're not going to go, up and then try to click, just jump up. And as you're jumping up and your feet are coming up to underneath your elbows, pull on the bars and swing and rotate and then touch your heels. That's probably one of the easiest tricks to learn. So that's a good one to start with. But just, yeah, go for the heel clicker, step by step. And I'm sure you can learn that one pretty easy. But pretty fun. Definitely a fun trick. All right, we're going to go to Superman real quick. And then we'll jump up and hit these other questions. All right, Superman is way harder than a heel clicker. This one actually took me a little bit of time to learn. The secret with the Superman is the hardest part is learning how to not kick too soon. And the hardest part for me was getting my feet above the seat to just do it. When I first started doing it, I kept kicking down. So I'd basically come off, jump the bike, and then I would kind of like kick back, and my feet was never above the number plates. There was always like below the seat still. And I'm like, what the heck? So what you have to do is like when you have to transfer your weight onto your arms. So basically when you leave the lip, you got to jump off the pegs. And I like to call it like ball up to where you're like in a cannonball almost. Transfer all your weight onto the bars because it's basically a bar trick, meaning you're holding onto the bar. It's not a grab trick where, you're holding on the seat. It's a bar trick. So I'm holding on the bars. So that means when I leave the lip and I jump up and ball, I transfer all of my weight onto my arms, but I have to stabilize myself so I can find balance. So you have to get to the point where, yes, you're weightless in the air on the dirt bike, but you can stabilize yourself on the bars. So you use your bars as that's what I'm going to push off of. So you have to find that freedom of weight, of when you feel weightless, but then at the same time the weight rolls onto the handlebar and you actually go, okay, I can lean on this as stability and find balance. Now I have that ability to let jump up, let the butt ball up, let your butt rise up. Don't kick too early. If you kick too early, your feet are going to go down by your number plates. So rotate up until you can get your feet and butt rotated above the seat. Once your feet and butt rotate, so basically, I used to say just like try to do a cannonball. That's how I used to think of it in my head when I was like learning a Superman to learning a Kiss of Death. I would always be like, all right, just cannonball up, like jump, but then ball up and just let the body rotate like this on the bars. And once you get up, then kick. The problem that I saw with myself, because I self-coached myself and I would watch videos, I was always kicking too soon. I'd like jump and kick right off the bat. And my body was never rotating up high enough to get. Stabilize on the bars, let the butt rotate up, kick late. And once you kind of get comfortable with doing that, a Kiss of Death is basically just a Superman that's elevated at a much bigger level, and you can kind of work your way up. You'll start like below here, then you'll get to like Superman level, then you'll get to where your Superman's kind of big, and then you can start to drop the bike down, which automatically makes your Superman look bigger. Because if your bike's level like this, you got to rotate up high enough to kick out to put that distance between you and the seat to make it look good. So if you drop the bike down a little bit, not like a Kiss of Death to where it's looped out like this. Like even if you just jump and get your bike like this and you do a straight Superman, it'll look way bigger than if your bike's straight and you do a Superman because of the distance between you and the seat and the rear fender. So that's just and that's to rotate your bike out. When you leave the lip, all you have to do is literally when you come off the lip, just think about how easy it is to loop out a bike. You lean back just a hair, pull up on the front end just a little bit, and that bike will jump like this ever so slightly. Like it ain't hard to loop your bike out. So you just loop it out just enough, and then you do that same technique I'm talking about. You jump, you ball, slight rotation to the bike, ball up, let the stabilize onto the bars, and then kick late. But I used to like to leave my finger on the clutch. And I left my finger on the clutch because this was my balance point. I found safety, especially even when I got into Kiss of Death. Like some guys would take their finger off the clutch and they would loop their bike out and rotate it to where the clutch actually hit the top of their arm, almost like a flip lever. And then when they went to get back on to rotate their bike back, they would push against their levers and it would help get the bike from being like this on a Kiss of Death to back to like this. I used to just leave my finger on but your finger gets jacked, like it'll bend your finger back. But that was my safety. I kept it on the whole time, learning Supermans and all the way up to Kiss of Death. You just kind of have to jump and you'll see like your finger at times will feel like it's sprained because it'll start to rotate so far back as you start to loop the bike out more. But it helped me with balance. And it helped me get my bike back. So that's a rider preference. You don't have to leave your finger on the clutch to do a Kiss of Death. A lot of guys didn't, but a lot of the guys did. I felt more comfortable with it. But even like I said, you can do that with a Superman too. But this trick is going to take some time. It'll probably take a lot longer to learn a Superman than it will a heel clicker. But the way I look, here's the deal. What I've seen with riders in freestyle is some tricks come easy for some guys and some tricks are harder for something like. So a Superman might come easy to you because there was guys who could do grab tricks like really good, but then they couldn't do flip tricks really good, or they couldn't do bar tricks. Like they couldn't do bar hops or or good double cans or like good double knacks, but they could do every single seat grab trick. They could kill it. They could go rock solid, one-hander, heart attack, look back, like holy grab. They had every single seat trick down, but then when it came to doing bar tricks, they struggled. So everyone's different. Some things, and they're just guys that can do everything too, right? So maybe a super, like, because once I figured this trick out, I felt more comfortable doing bar tricks. I felt good doing Kiss of Death, double can Indy, double knack, bar hop, Cordova. I always felt the best holding onto the bars. I was good at moving off the bars all the time. Those tricks were easier for me. And I could still do seat grabs and double grabs and stuff, but I just felt more comfortable. And I feel like every freestyle, I mean, other than the dudes who can bust every single trick in the book, like Taga, Adam Jones, there's guys out there who can do everything. Most of the guys had their strong points. You know, like Twitch was like a flipper. He could flip everything. That was his strong point, flips. Anyway, so I don't want to say that because I'm like, maybe I don't want to say this is going to be hard for you, because maybe it'd be easy for you. It took me a long time to learn, but once it clicked, Kiss of Death was my easiest trick. And if I was going to go back to doing jumping ramps right now, it'd probably be one of the first ones I'd start with the warm up. Not the warm up, but I'm just saying like to go back to, like, hey, was it a good go-to trick? Because I haven't done tricks in years. Like, where are you going to go back? I'm like, probably start off with something easy, right? Do a double can, do a lazy boy. Then I probably try Kiss of Death because that was my go-to trick. All right. God is good, man. What has the Holy Spirit been revealing to you lately? Dude, I've been just ripping through the New Testament. I was in Timothy, I believe, this morning. I'm just going on through. I think I even might have posted something from Timothy. So that's it. I'm just going book by book. That's how I read my Bible. I read book by book. I'll start in the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts, and I'll go straight on through. And so, I mean, if I want to get really, this take up the rest of I got 8 minutes. I really want to tell you what God's been showing me. It's been really, really deep stuff, but it has to do this. All right, I'm just going to give you a snap because I want to take up all the time. I've been looking at, so I'm going to finish the New Testament, but my goal is I'm going to start it again, and I'm writing down, because here's the thing, there's the debate in the church on certain things, and sometimes when you've been studying the Bible for a long time, like, you don't know those things and when I'm saying debate, it's not that the Bible is people just interpret things different. So there's secondary issues. Let me just be clear about that. Like, the clear teaching of who Jesus is, we all agree on. I'm talking about the Israel thing, the end time stuff, like, the rapture, the resurrection. Is there one resurrection, two resurrection? Is Jesus coming back to rapture the church? All those different things that people have different opinions about. I try to see, because everyone does have a different opinion, I try to see what can I see in my Bible to be clear. I'm not going to take this guy's word for it, because he's teaching me what he was taught from his pastor. So you got to remember, there's pastors who went to Bible college. They teach you what they were taught, and their view could be wrong. That's what I've realized now. Like, just because he teaches me this view doesn't mean it's right. His view could be, and I'm talking about like eschatology. And the big thing I've been looking at is this Israel thing. Does God have a future plan for Israel, or is the church the new is spiritual Israel? That's deep stuff. Like, you're gonna take you a little while to sift through all that stuff. But that's what I've been digging into. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna write down all the stuff in the New Testament to where I believe that you start to see that Israel is redefined in the New Testament. So, like I said, I'll kill this whole. This is too big of a topic. It's a deep discussion. But that's where I'm at. Holy Spirit has been just highlighting places in the New Testament where Paul clearly is taking things from the Old Testament and saying that now belongs to the Christian. And that's how I see things now. So I've been changing my views on things. The things that I was taught, I don't necessarily hold. I probably hold a different view than the majority of Western evangelical Christians. And it's just because the Western church is taught taught what their pastors teach him. And most Christians don't read their Bible. They just take it for granted. They go, he knows his Bible better than me. I'm just going to listen to him. But when you sift through the scriptures and you start to see things don't fit, you go, hold up. Is that even right? So anyway. Yeah, don't get me talking Bible. We'll be on here for another hour and a half. All right. But hey, good stuff, dude. It is good stuff. I love the Bible. It's awesome. But it's a lifelong journey of learning and growing in God. And some things concerning certain things are not so clear. That's why people have different views. And that's not on salvation stuff. Salvation's clear. Saved by grace through faith in Christ and Christ alone. Easy, simple, done deal. Thank you, Jesus. Save a bunch of sinners like me. But when it comes to other things, there's gray areas and people interpret things different. So my goal as a Christian and a Bible, studier, Bible student is, okay, well, which one's most biblical? And I don't have to take the popular view. If the popular view is right, I'm taking it. If the unpopular view is not right, I'm going to go with that if I can see that's more biblical in my Bible. So I just try to say, Holy Spirit, what's in here? I don't want to put aside what I was taught, and I'm just going to see what I can see in Scripture, and then I'm going to make my decision. So that's where I've been. And I've been on this journey for, man, me and Mel got on this almost, I feel like a year and a half ago, maybe even longer, where we were kind of slowly drifting away from what we were originally taught because we just kept seeing things. We're like, wait, that can't be right. That has to be like, so, man, that would be maybe me and Mel need to, but here's the thing this is what I've realized. And I know I'm talking a lot of Bible right now on this motocross channel. This is what we do have a Christian page, and we've taken a little break from it right now, and we're gonna get back after it. But we've talked. Hey, should we have a big discussion? And we never did a teaching on the end times, and we're like, should we have something like this? What we don't want to do is we don't want to cause division in the church. And what I feel like as Christians have done, and I think it's wrong, is they divide over these secondary issues. And I don't think that you should be able to hold a different view on eschatology or end times if you want to. That's fine. You see it a different way, then that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like people demonize other Christians like, oh, you don't hold that view? You're a heretic. You're a hypocrite. That's not right. How can you not believe? And then they disqualify you, like you're out of the faith. You're like, wait a second. I'm still saved by grace, still Christian. So I don't. So what we want to do, we don't want to create that type of division and confusion and argument. So we're trying to figure out what's the right way to navigate how to do that if we were to do these types of videos on our channel. And at the same time, we're still trying to learn. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. So that's what I'm saying. It's a long journey, and there's so many different chapters to look at and try to figure out where they all fit that, dude, you can't glance at it in 6 months and have it all figured out. You can't even figure it out. I'm going hard for a couple years at it, and I'm still scratching my head because you'll see where some things fit. I feel like, and you'll see where other things you're like, well, wait. So it's a journey. I'm trying to do my best to understand everything, and but at the same time, we want to encourage people and share what we see, and but we don't want to cause arguments and division and stuff like that. So that's where I've been. All right, so we had a lot of Bible talk to wrap up the moto talk tonight. But hey, that's who I am at the end of the day. You know what? I love the Bible just as much as I love riding, and we got some plans here that we're going to do, and we'll talk about how we're going to bring, because me and Mel do moto and ministry. At the end of the day, we teach motor schools. We do ministry. I work with FCA. Actually, that's another, I didn't talk about that coming up. I'm going to be at FCA. FCA is Fellowship Christian Athletes. Their headquarters is here in Kansas City. I'm going there Wednesday to meet with them and be there like their guest and bring my bike down there and stuff. But anyway, been working with those guys for years, and just like they do moto and ministry, me and Mel do the same thing. And we're going to figure out a way somehow that we're able to, in the future, take what God has given us and combine moto ministry and do some cool stuff. So got a lot of stuff brewing, a lot of stuff we're talking about and praying about, and I'm just waiting for God to open up doors and let it all play out. But I'm excited to do what I think God's going to allow us to do. how we're going to tie the two together and do some really cool stuff. So looking forward to it. All right. Yeah, so that's good. Here's the deal. That's what's good. You got to search it out for yourself. So get into your Bible, search it out, wrestle with it, chew on it, stay humble through the whole process. Don't hate someone or demonize some other believer because they might not see it the way you see it. The Bible says love all people, and it says especially those in the family of faith. So that means we should be even gentler in stuff to those who are in the brothers in the Lord, right? Roma. All right, so I'm just reading some of the last. Really cool. So you cover same belief on salvation. I get what you're saying about secondary issues. Yep. The only reason I say that is because I feel like I've seen some people on YouTube just bash other people who hold a different view. And I'm like, man, so because if I'm changing my view to that view, now you say that about them, that means you would think that about me. And I'm like, so you're basically saying I'm not in the faith, I'm a heretic? Because I don't so I'm like, wait, I'm saved. Dude, not doubt my mind. Jesus done, you know what I mean? How can you just toss somebody's salvation out the window on some secondary issue? So that's why some of that it bothers probably Mel more than me, but I still think it's wrong. All right. Just don't do mass mandates. Trust me, bro. We ain't going there. Don't worry. Nobody mandates or vaccinations in this house. Heck no. My sister just lost her job because she won't get vaccinated. Terrible. What's wrong with this country? All right. So, hey, guys, thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight. Yeah, Big Fight has got about right there. Tell Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Hey, don't worry. I can't spell either, Adam. All right, guys. So, hey, thanks for being here, man. Smash the like button. We're super stoked you guys are here week after week. And hey, I know we've been doing this for a long time, and appreciate all you guys being here, being consistent. Looking forward to getting back after it here, Supercross season and everything real soon. So got 3 more weeks. And then we're going to take a nice little break, let you guys get recharged, spend some time with the family, and then we'll be back here same time, same place, jumping into the Supercross season. And real quick, we'll talk about it next week because I made a list and forgot to skip one thing. We got a new ride. Who went to Red Bull? Plessinger? Let's talk about it next week. All right, guys. Hey, I think he's going to be the best year yet. Hey, thanks again. Love you guys. Ride safe. God bless. I'll see you soon. Much love. Peace out.